If you're planning a total hip replacement, you may have gotten a lot of information, including some myths. In this video, I'm going to go over 3 of the most common myths and the truth you need to know. Hi, I'm Pamela, and I had a total hip replacement almost 3 years ago. Before my surgery, I did exactly what you're doing. I went to YouTube looking for information and found all kinds of information, mostly from medical professionals, but I didn't find anything from actually a patient's perspective. That's why I decided to start this channel. Just so you know, I am not a medical professional, so I am sharing with you my personal experience as well as information that other people just like you share with me in the comments under some of my other videos. The first myth is you are going to set off metal detectors everywhere. And you probably need to get a little card that you can hand to security to let them know, hey, you had a hip replacement and you're good to go. Folks, in my experience, that is not true at all whatsoever. My hip replacement had 3 different materials in it. It had a plastic cup, a ceramic ball, and a titanium stem. When I went through the first airport security after my hip replacement, I was certain that I was going to get flagged by security. I told the TSA agent, hey, I've had a hip replacement. What am I supposed to do? He's like, just walk through the metal detector, you'll be fine. And I was. I have traveled through numerous airports in the United States, both in big cities and in very small cities. I've gone through the metal detector, and I've also gone through, I don't even know what it's called, the round one that you kind of stand here like this and the thing spirals around you. Never once has my hip replacement been flagged by security. Now, you may be thinking, well, that's just in the United States. I have actually flown to London several times, and in Gatwick Airport, never had a problem. My hunch is a lot of this could be because the only metal in my hip replacement was titanium, which apparently is less reactive to metal detectors. If you have a different type of metal in your hip replacement, and that's something your doctor can tell you about, ask him if you're going to have problems going through security. I recently came across another YouTube video from yet another doctor who said that yes, you'll have problems going through security. So I wanted to share my experience with you because it has never been a problem for me. If you are trying to get more information from that patient's perspective, this is a great time for you to go ahead and subscribe to my channel and click the little bell icon. That way you'll be notified each time I create a video because my next video may be the perfect one for you. The second myth you may have heard is after your hip replacement, you will no longer be able to participate in your favorite activity. For me, it was running. Before my surgery, everybody told me, oh, you can't run after a total hip replacement. You can ride a bike, but you can't run anymore. My doctor who did my hip replacement surgery gave me 100% the green light to run after my surgery. Here's what he said to me. He said, Pamela, you're a relatively small person. From what you tell me, you are an experienced runner. Yes, you will be fine running after your hip replacement. And when he told me that, I said, well, wait a minute. I thought, everybody said you can't run. What he told me is for patients who are much larger, maybe they carry some extra weight, that oftentimes he worries that they put more weight on their artificial hip just walking than somebody like me would do running. Now, he did give the caveat also that if somebody came to him, even if they were a woman my size who had never run before, he would not advise them to start running. But because I had experience, he said that I should be good to go. And that's something very similar that 2 other gentlemen posted in the comments under some of my other videos, what their doctors had told them. Again, they were very experienced runners. If you're worried about your favorite activity, it may not be running, it may not be cycling, maybe it's long distance hiking, maybe it's even yoga. And if other people have told you, oh, you can't do yoga anymore, talk to your individual doctor to get his perspective on what is going to be right for you. If this video is starting to feel helpful for you, do me a favor, give it a thumbs up, because the more people that give our videos on YouTube a thumbs up, that means YouTube will be more likely to share our videos with people just like you and me who have the same problems and questions that we all have. The third myth I'm going to talk about in this video is kind of a catch-all category, but it's for the most part anything and everything some random person has told you about having a hip replacement, including me to a large degree. What I learned prior to my hip replacement was the people in my life, even people that I really didn't have a very close relationship with, were happy to give me all kinds of information about what my life would be like after a total hip replacement. To the extent that information that I was receiving from my friends, it wasn't even necessarily from their personal experience, but it tended to be along the lines of my next door neighbor telling me, oh, absolutely have your hip replacement, Pamela. My real estate agent had hers and she loved it. So she loved it, you're going to be fine. Just like when I was talking a moment ago about running or doing different physical activities, even for those of you who maybe physical activities is not a priority, keep in mind every person is different. Every body is different. Some people write comments below my videos that their recovery was a breeze. All they needed was one Tylenol the next day. They're good to go. Great for them. Other people have put comments under some of my videos that they were already on some type of pain management protocol, and the pain management that their doctor gave them wasn't good enough. Keep in mind, just like we all kind of look different on the outside, we're all somewhat different on the inside. One person's experience may be completely different from your experience. So when you're getting all of this great advice from other people about your hip replacement, what do you do with that? My advice to you is start making a list of questions. And when you see your doctor, ask your doctor the questions, because your doctor is the one who knows you inside and out, and your doctor will be the one who will tell you absolutely what is right for you after your total hip replacement. What about you? If you have not had your hip replacement yet, what questions do you have? Write those in the comments below this particular video, and I will try to answer as many as I can. If you've already had your hip replacement, we would all love it if you make a comment under this video sharing what your experience was. I know from the comments that I read and respond to, because at the time that I create this video, my channel is still small enough where I do respond to every comment. People really appreciate having an actual patient's perspective to help them better navigate the relationship with their doctor before their total hip replacement. Until next time, take care.